My girlfriend started an Instagram live, her face full of pride, her voice flirty. Look everyone, I'm breaking up with him right now. Watch how I kick him out of his own apartment, she said. Then, still live, she tried to change the locks. I stayed calm because I already knew something she didn't. I called building security. They came, escorted her out, and she was still streaming. Her followers were stunned. When the security guard said, "Ma'am, your name isn't even on the lease," the ground slipped out from under her. Dear friends, subscribe to me and boost my morale. Your one click means a lot to me. Thank you. I'm 29, and I thought I knew what love looked like. Turns out, I was just really good at ignoring red flags when they came wrapped in a pretty smile and expensive perfume I couldn't afford. Her name was Amber. We'd been together for 2 years, living together for 8 months. I met her at a networking event, one of those overpriced cocktail mixers where everyone pretends to care about your startup idea. She was magnetic, confident, the kind of woman who could walk into a room and make it feel like she owned it. I fell hard and fast, the kind of falling that makes you stupid. The apartment was mine. I'd signed the lease 3 years before we even met. A decent one-bedroom in a building with actual security and a doorman named Luis who knew everyone's coffee order. It wasn't luxury, but it was mine. When Amber moved in, I never added her to the lease. She said she didn't care about legal stuff, and that it was just paperwork. I thought she trusted me. I was wrong about what that really meant. The problem started small. She'd go out with friends and come home at 4 in the morning smelling like someone else's cologne. She'd laugh when I asked about it, call me paranoid, tell me I was being insecure. Then her phone became a vault. Face down on every surface, password changed monthly, and if I walked into a room while she was texting, the screen would go black faster than a guilty conscience. About 3 months ago, I started noticing charges on our shared credit card, the one I'd stupidly added her to as an authorized user. Expensive dinners at restaurants I'd never been to. Hotel rooms booked in the city we already lived in. When I confronted her, she said they were work events and that I was being controlling. "You don't trust me," she said, her eyes welling up with tears that never quite fell. "After everything we've been through, you still think I'd cheat on you?" I apologized. Can you believe that? I apologized for noticing she was cheating on me. 2 weeks before the Instagram incident, I hired someone to follow her. I'm not proud of it, but I was losing my mind. The investigator sent me photos within 3 days. Amber at a hotel bar with some guy in a suit. Amber getting into his car. Amber kissing him outside a restaurant while I was supposedly at a late meeting. His name was Derek. He worked in finance. He had no idea I existed. I didn't confront her immediately. I know that sounds cowardly, but I needed to think. I needed to plan. Because by then, I'd noticed something else. She'd been talking about the apartment like it was hers. Posting photos with captions like, "my living room," and "my view." Her friends commented things like, "your place is so nice," and she never corrected them. Then came last Tuesday. I was working from home, sitting at my desk in the bedroom, when I heard her in the living room. She was on her phone, and her voice had that performative quality she used when she wanted attention. "Hey guys. So, I have something to tell you all," she said, loud enough that I could hear every word. "I'm done. I'm so done with him." I got up and walked to the doorway. She had her phone propped up on the bookshelf, Instagram live active, already over 300 viewers. She saw me, and her smile got wider. "There he is," she said to the camera. "Everyone, meet my soon-to-be ex-boyfriend. Say hi." I didn't say anything. I just watched. "So here's what's happening," she continued, her voice dripping with false sweetness. "I'm breaking up with him right now. And yeah, I'm kicking him out of his own apartment. Well, actually, it's my apartment now." The comments were rolling in. Her followers were eating it up. Heart emojis, fire emojis, comments like, "YSSS Queen," and "you deserve better." She pulled out a screwdriver and a new doorknob set from a bag. "Watch this," she said to her phone. "I'm literally changing the locks right now. He's got 30 minutes to pack his stuff and get out." I pulled out my phone and called building security. Luis answered on the second ring. "Hey man, I need you to come up to my apartment. Now, I've got a situation." "On my way," he said. No questions. That's why I loved Luis. Amber was still streaming, still unscrewing the doorknob, still narrating her empowerment moment to her followers. I leaned against the wall and waited. "You're not going to stop me?" she asked, glancing at me. "Nope," I said. She looked confused for a second, then went back to her phone. See? He knows he's done. He knows he messed up. 3 minutes later, there was a knock. I opened the door. Luis was there with another security guard named Tom. Both of them looked serious. What's going on? Luis asked. Amber turned, still holding her phone. Nothing, Luis. Just tell him to leave. I'm the one who lives here now. Luis looked at me. I nodded toward her. Ma'am, Luis said, his voice professional and firm. Your name isn't even on the lease. The comments on her live went crazy. I could see her screen from where I stood. People were suddenly asking questions. Wait, what? It's his apartment? Girl, what are you doing? Amber's face went from confident to pale in about 2 seconds. That's not true, she stammered. We've been living here together. I have rights. Tom stepped forward. Ma'am, we're going to need you to leave the premises. If you'd like to collect your belongings, you can do so under supervision, but you need to leave tonight. You can't do this, she shouted, looking at me. Tell them I live here. You don't, I said. You never did. Your name was never on anything. Not the lease, not the utilities, nothing. You were a guest. Her phone was still streaming. The viewer count had jumped to over 800. Someone screen recorded the whole thing. I know because it ended up on Twitter the next day. Pack your essentials, Luis said. Anything else can be arranged for pickup later. Amber tried to argue, but Tom was already on his phone with building management. She finally lowered her phone, ended the live, and started crying. Not the pretty, manipulative crying she usually did. Real, ugly crying. It took her 40 minutes to pack 2 suitcases. She kept looking at me like I was going to change my mind. I didn't say a word. When she left, she tried one last time. Where am I supposed to go? She asked. I don't know, I said. Maybe Derek has a couch. Her face went white. She opened her mouth, closed it, then left without another word. Update 1. It's been 3 days since Amber left, and my phone hasn't stopped buzzing. The video from her Instagram live spread like wildfire. Someone ripped it and posted it on TikTok, Twitter, Reddit, everywhere. By Thursday morning, it had over 2 million views across platforms. Her followers turned on her almost immediately. The comments went from "Yas Queen" to "This is psychotic" real fast. People dug into her Instagram history and found all the photos she'd posted of her apartment, her view, her life. Except none of it was hers. Someone even made a side-by-side comparison of her captions versus the reality, and it went viral on its own. Amber tried to do damage control. She posted an Instagram story on Wednesday night claiming I was abusive and that she was escaping a dangerous situation. That lasted about 4 hours before people started asking why she'd been laughing and joking on the live if she was so scared. Why she'd been trying to illegally change the locks instead of calling the police. The story disappeared, and so did she, at least from social media. Derek called me on Thursday. I don't know how he got my number, but I'm guessing Amber gave it to him. He sounded genuinely confused. Hey man, I just wanted to say, I had no idea about you, he said. She told me she was single. She said the apartment was hers, that she was a social media consultant working from home. I feel like an idiot. Join the club, I said. Did you really have her escorted out by security? He asked. Yep. There was a pause. That's actually kind of badass. We talked for about 20 minutes. Turns out, Amber had been seeing him for 5 months, not 3. She'd been telling him she needed financial help to keep her apartment, and he'd been sending her money. $1,500 over 2 months. Money that, I realized with a sick feeling, probably went toward those expensive dinners and hotels she charged to my credit card. I broke it off with her yesterday, Derek said. After I saw the video. I can't be with someone who lies like that. Smart move, I said. He wished me well and hung up. I actually felt bad for the guy. Update 2. It's been 2 weeks. Amber showed up at my building on Saturday with her mom. Luis called me from the lobby before letting them up. Your ex is here with an older woman, he said. Says she needs to get the rest of her stuff. You want me to send them away? No, let them up, I said. But stay close. I'd already boxed up everything that was clearly hers. Clothes, toiletries, some books, a few kitchen items she'd brought. I'd put it all by the door. I wasn't interested in keeping anything of hers, and I definitely wasn't interested in a confrontation. When I opened the door, Amber looked different. Smaller somehow. Her hair was in a ponytail, no makeup, wearing sweatpants and a hoodie. Her mom looked furious. You had no right to throw her out like that. Her mom started immediately. She wasn't on the lease, I said calmly. She tried to illegally change the locks while broadcasting it to the internet. I had every right. She lived here for months. As a guest, not a tenant. Amber's mom looked like she wanted to say more, but Amber put a hand on her arm. Mom, let's just get my stuff and go. I helped them carry boxes down to their car. It took 3 trips. Amber didn't say anything to me until the last box was loaded. I'm sorry, she said quietly. For all of it. For cheating. For lying. For the Instagram thing. I was trying to seem like I had my life together. Like I was someone important. I looked at her. Part of me wanted to yell. Part of me wanted to tell her exactly how much she'd hurt me. But mostly, I was just tired. You should have just been honest, I said. About everything. I know. Her mom got in the driver's seat. Amber got in the passenger side. As they pulled away, I saw her looking back at the building. Not at me. At the building. Like she was mourning something she never actually had. Update 3: a month has passed. The video's still circulating, but the viral moment has mostly died down. Amber deleted her Instagram account 2 weeks ago. I heard through a mutual friend that she moved back in with her parents in New Jersey and is working at her dad's insurance office. Derek and I grabbed a beer last weekend. Weird, I know, but we kept in touch and honestly, the whole situation bonded us in a strange way. He's dating someone new, someone who apparently has her own apartment and doesn't need financial help. Good for him. I changed my locks, properly, with a locksmith, and I had the building management send a formal notice that Amber was not allowed back on the property without my explicit permission. I also removed her from my credit card, changed my passwords, and checked my credit report. She tried to open a store card using my information. I filed a police report. The detective said they'd follow up, but I'm not holding my breath. The apartment feels different now. Lighter. I rearranged the furniture, bought some new art, got a plant I'm probably going to kill within a month. It's mine again. Fully mine. Final update: it's been 3 months since the Instagram incident. I'm doing okay. Better than okay, actually. I went on a few dates, nothing serious. I'm not in a rush. Therapy has helped a lot. Yes, I started going to therapy. Turns out, being in a relationship with someone who gaslights you for 2 years does a number on your ability to trust people. Who knew? Last week, I got a letter in the mail. From Amber. Handwritten, 3 pages long. She apologized again, explained that she'd been in therapy too, and admitted that she'd been using me for stability while chasing the fantasy of being with someone richer. She said Derek was never the only one. There'd been others. She said she was ashamed and that she hoped I'd be able to forgive her someday. I read it twice, then threw it away. Not out of anger. I just didn't need to carry it anymore. The building installed new security cameras in the hallways last month. Luis joked that it was because of the incident. I bought him a bottle of whiskey as a thank you. He deserved it. Edit 1. A lot of people have asked if I sued Amber for the credit card fraud or the attempted identity theft. My lawyer said it would cost more in legal fees than I'd ever recover, so I didn't pursue it. I did report it to the credit bureaus and got those fraudulent accounts removed. Edit 2. Derek is still a good dude. We're not best friends or anything, but we text sometimes. He sent me a meme last week about dodging bullets. It was accurate. Edit 3. For anyone wondering, yes, the video is still out there. No, I don't watch it. Yes, people still recognize me occasionally. I usually just smile and change the subject.